Good morning. It's Thursday, March 7th. I'm here in the studio with Gretchen this morning. We're going to be talking to Dr. Paula Denoya to talk about colorectal cancer and how it's on the rise here in the United States, especially among young adults. We're going to have National Pork Day. Tracy Miller is going to show us one of her famous recipes for National Pork Day. And then Gretchen's going to talk to Diane Boyer from Skea Clothing to see what the latest fashions are out there in the ski world. Hour one of Good Morning Vail starts right now.
Get up, get ready to start your day. The mountains are calling you out to play. Come on, we'll make you feel right at home. Good morning, Vail. See what lies in store for you. There's so many things to see and do. Summer, winter, spring, or fall. Your home in the Rockies has it all. So get up, get ready to start your day. Coffee's brewing, you're on your way. The fun is waiting outside your door. Good morning, Vail.
Happy Thursday. Welcome to the TV8 Weather Center. Let's take a look at what's going on out there today with that weather. 8 a.m., 28 degrees, a high of 41, and 50% chance of snow today. Winds west to southwest at 5 to 10 miles per hour. I am loving that the sun is up earlier these days. I think that we spring forward this weekend, I'm pretty sure. 8 a.m., 28 degrees, cloudy. Noon, 38, mostly cloudy. 4 p.m., 37, we're going to see some of that precipitation, snow showers. And then 8 p.m., 29 degrees and more of that snow. So be safe on the roads out there. Eagle, 20% chance of precipitation, 44 degrees, a little cloud coverage. Avon, 42 degrees, 30% chance. At Vail, 50% chance of precipitation at 41 degrees. Denver, 44 and 60% chance of precipitation. So this is one of the first times I've seen Denver, Vail, Eagle, and Avon pretty even on the playing ground. Tonight, a low of 18 degrees, snow 40% chance, cloudy and a few flurries. Winds east at 5 to 10 miles per hour. Let's take a look at that 5-day forecast. Friday, snow showers and 38 degrees. And then we see the sun coming back. Saturday, Sunday, 42, 46. And then the lows 12 and 19 degrees. Monday, 20% chance precipitation, partly cloudy, 48 degrees. Tuesday, partly cloudy and 46 degrees. So I say it all the time, sunshine, snowy, you never know in these mountain towns of ours. Let's take a look at that Beaver Creek snow report. 1 inch over the last 48, 233 the season total, and 72 inches the base depth. Have to give it to Ross. We're all about that base here. Lift hours 8:30 to 4 p.m. That's Beaver Creek. So we have 25 lifts open, 166 trails open, which is 100% of the train. Pretty cool stuff here in Beaver Creek. Let's take a look at Vail Mountain Snow Report. 1 inch in the last 48, 238 the season total, 74 inches for the base depth. So the lift hours in Vail, 8:30 to 3:30 p.m. 32 lifts open, 278 trails open, and 100% of that train open in Vail Mountain. So this is what we like to see. I'm excited. I don't know about you, Kev, but I've been on the mountain quite a bit lately.
Are you kidding? Yeah, absolutely. Getting out there and enjoying, especially some of that fresh stuff that came in over the last few days was
so good.
Incredible. And it's spring.
It is spring. And you know what's funny is I have to be real, and this is not a popular opinion. I am not great yet in the powder. I'm better on like groomers.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it's all about how often you get to get out there in the powder.
That's
so the more you get to get out and practice, and we
Right.
haven't had a lot of powder days this year.
Thank you. Thanks for having my back, friend. It's
Hey,
good to
I'm there with you.
I feel like we haven't been on this couch in a minute. I love
It's
this.
been a while.
I love this.
Yeah.
It's making me happy. What have you been up to?
You know, out and about, just trying to get some things done at work, but enjoying as much as I can out, especially when we finally get some nice powder and some nice snowfall. But there's, you know, it's so therapeutic just to get out, take a trip through the trees.
I don't think I've ever asked you, do you do Vail mostly or Beaver Creek? Are
I
you
do
kind
both.
of back and forth?
I do
Okay,
both.
same.
Yeah,
Okay.
I do a lot more Vail now. I'm over at the Grand Hyatt Vail.
Yes.
And so we've got Chair 20 right there.
Oh,
it's
so
20,
cool.
26, and you're over playing around in Lion's Head, can kick over the back holes.
I love that.
But
And
I
that's
mean,
a big
Beaver-
deal. We
Beaver
do have
Creek.
to say.
Yeah.
Sorry to interrupt you, but
Yeah.
that is so neat to have that right there. It's so accessible, and it makes you go. It makes you feel like it's easier to get on out there.
Yeah, it's kind of a local secret. A lot of people don't know about that chair,
Right.
and they'll go right into the village and everything like that.
Yes.
But there's convenient parking right there, 20. Go down the stairs, and you're loaded.
You're so VIP. I love it. No, I love it. I really, nothing but the best for my friend over here. I love that. No, but I was going to say Beaver Creek has kind of become my jam.
I
over the
love Beaver Creek too.
It's
Yeah.
very quiet, right?
Yeah, it is.
It's kind of a different vibe. Vail, you go and see and be seen, you know what I'm saying? So.
Well, you've got an interview coming up later on, and I know you're in the glitz and glam, but we've also got Avija that has Vail vibes.
Yep.
So we're going to take a look and see what she's got going on out in the community.
There's a new upscale sushi restaurant in Vail. It's named Makoto after its chef, Makoto Okua, who is a James Beard Award winner and has been featured on Iron Chef America. The new restaurant opened up with a bang this winter at the Grand Hyatt Vail after months of preparation. And although Chef Makoto has multiple restaurants, including ones in Miami and Washington, D.C., he says this latest addition is a dream come true.
I just can't imagine like where I started it from, what I have right now, and now I have a restaurant in Vail. It's like a Thanksgiving and Christmas and an American dream came at once. That's how I feel like.
The Grand Hyatt's general manager, Kevin Shields, says they're thrilled to add a celebrity signature restaurant to their dining options.
We not only have the opportunity to open an amazing restaurant, but to also elevate the food scene here in Vail, Colorado.
Chef Makoto is a master of the more modern Adome-style sushi, which he has perfected for over 25 years. He says he's excited to welcome in the people of Vail.
Give me an opportunity to taste my food and see what happens.
You might just be blown away. Kampai to that. For TV8 in Vail, I'm Avija Scarborough.
Good morning, Vail.
Join us on board the Leadville Railroad Winter Express. Stay cozy in our heated lounge cars. Marvel at the stunning winter landscape. Sip delicious hot chocolate. Don't forget to check out our new specials. Book today at leadvillerailroad.com.
Hi, it's Julio from TV8 Vail. Do you ever wonder why our tagline is "There's more for you on 92"? Because we're always bringing you more. More Good Morning Vail from 7 a.m. to 9 a.m. all year long. More local coverage with Vail Vibes and Covered Bridge on TV8. More opportunities to participate with new roundtable panels on mountain perspectives and our new Spanish programming block coming this fall. Find us on Comcast Xfinity Channel 92, on YouTube, or our website at tv8vail.com.
For TV8 in Vail, I'm Avija Scarborough at the Gerald R. Ford Amphitheater. We'll see you next time. Hi, friends. Welcome to a little behind the scenes. I'm Avisha Scarborough, and I'm so excited to be part of the team at TV8 in Vail. I love the outdoor lifestyle here. I love the arts and culture, and I love being part of this community. My show is called Vail Vibes with Avisha, where I tell you about all the amazing activities going on here in Vail and surrounding areas all year round.
Good morning, Vail.
Good morning. Welcome back to TV8. Good morning, Vail. We always try to talk about things that are going to better your life, better your health, and make you, as far as wellness goes, just out there and aware of things that are going on. I'm joined today with Dr. Denoya. She's on the Commission of Cancer State Chair for the Eastern Long Island, New York chapter. Now, we've got colorectal cancer is something that is rising, especially among young people. And I was reading a statistic that it says people born in 1990 have double the risk of colon cancer and quadruple the risk of rectal cancer from those that were born in the 50s. Is that true?
Yes, unfortunately, we have seen that trend in the last few decades. We don't know exactly what's causing it, but we believe it is environmental factors affecting our genetics and also our diet. With more ultra-processed foods and chemicals in our diet and things like that.
Well, when we talk about diet, doctor, what can someone do from a preventative standpoint, knowing this is going on, when they're out there shopping and we're cooking and feeding their loved ones?
Sure. One of the big things is avoiding ultra-processed foods. And what I mean by that is something that has a really long list of ingredients with a lot of chemicals that you don't recognize as actual food. Whatever you can do to buy recognizable food and cook it yourself at home is the best option, but those are some of the things to look out for. The other is avoiding smoking, avoiding red meat, eating more high fiber foods like fruits and vegetables on whole grains. Those are all things that can be done to prevent.
Now, on that topic, identifying colorectal cancer or things that are going on in your body, what are some major signs and symptoms that people should be aware of in order to know that they should probably go to their physician and have things checked out?
Yeah, so things to look out for is major changes in your bowel function. So new constipation or new diarrhea that's persistent over, a few days or a week and doesn't improve with the usual treatments, rectal bleeding, rectal pain, also unintentional weight loss. Those are all symptoms that you should go to your doctor for.
Great. So early detection is probably the key to get in there and take care of that. Is there medication? Are there surgical procedures to help someone that's been diagnosed?
Sure. So definitely early detection is key. We can prevent with regular colonoscopies because we've removed precancerous tissue called polyps beforehand and prevent cancer from forming, but also identifying it early. So stage 1 colorectal cancer has about a 90% survival rate with surgery alone. Most patients will receive surgery to remove the diseased tissue. And then some patients with more advanced disease will need chemotherapy. And in the case of rectal cancer, sometimes also radiation is used.
Now, a lot of people get scared when they hear the word colonoscopy. Talk a little bit about how someone can prepare for a colonoscopy and exactly what that procedure does.
Sure. So a colonoscopy is a test done usually under anesthesia, so it is not painful at all, where the doctor will look with a camera through your entire colon, all the way from starting at the anus, all the way around to the other side to the cecum. And during that procedure, we can take biopsies, we can remove precancerous lesions, we can diagnose other diseases at the same time. And the colonoscopy itself lasts about 20 to 30 minutes. Like I said, it's usually done under sedation or anesthesia, so patient is very comfortable. And the thing that most people are worried about is the bowel prep, which is cleaning out the colon ahead of time so that the doctor can actually see what they're looking for. That has a really bad reputation, but it shouldn't anymore. The prep medications taste better. There are options that are low volume or pill prep, so you can discuss that with your doctor ahead of time. And you can also make things a little bit easier by hydrating well in the few days before the procedure and eating a lighter diet in the few days before the procedure.
Now, as far as preventative, what is the age that people should start going and getting a colonoscopy?
So for everybody, we recommend starting at age 45. However, if there are people with a family history of colorectal cancer or any of the symptoms that we discussed earlier, they should go for screening earlier. So that would be something to discuss with their doctor as to when they should start screening.
And then as far as how often you should go back, is that up to your doctor, or is it something you should plan every 3 to 5 years?
So there are guidelines, and if you are someone with no family history of colorectal cancer and you have your colonoscopy and it is completely normal, you'll be told to come back in 7 to 10 years. If you have polyps removed, then you may come back in 3 to 5 years, depending on how many and what kind were removed.
Where can people go to find out some more information on colorectal cancer and how to prevent it?
Sure, they can go to the American College of Surgeons website, facs.org/colorectal cancer.
Great. Doctor, I very much appreciate your time this morning. Have a great day, and we'll spread the word so that people can prevent the colorectal cancer and some of the symptoms that come along with it.
Great, thank you for having me.
Bye. Great information to get out there, get checked, and something to be aware of. Preventative measures are always key into making sure that you stay healthy, happy, and able to get out there and enjoy all those outdoor activities. We'll be back soon with more Good Morning Vail.
Good morning, Vail.
Each week on the Tech Show, you can look forward to the latest in technology and how you can use it too. We'll also chat with leading experts, and you'll find out if the latest gadget will take my money or not. Don't miss the Tech Show. Tech your local listings.
Thank you for watching Good Morning Vail. Have an amazing day. Get on out there, soak up that sunshine. We'll see you tomorrow right here for more Good Morning Vail. Bye, everyone. Hi, I'm Gretchen Pleshaw. You might recognize me from the Glitz and Glam with Gretchen. Maybe you hear my voice on the radio from time to time or see me out at a concert or two. I love concerts. If you see me out, the long mermaid hair, I'm almost 6 foot tall. It's hard to miss. Come and say hi, give me a high five, and make sure to watch me right here on TV8.
Welcome to the Vibe Report with Avisha. This is where I tell you all about the exciting happenings around town. This Saturday and Sunday, there will be live music at Gambit Bar, Shakedown Bar, Park Hyatt Beaver Creek, the Weston Riverfront, and the Revel Lounge at the Hythe. Chasing Rabbits will have Cowboy Up, a country glam night, Saturday featuring drinks by 10th Mountain Whiskey and a country music DJ. Friday morning, there's Sunrise Skin at 6:45 at the Gravity House. Info on how to register is at gravityhouse.com/event. There will be a free guided snowshoe tour on Saturday at Nature Discovery Center on Vail Mountain. Visit walkingmountains.org for more info. This Saturday, the Alpine Art Center is having Sip and Stencil Ceramics, where you can decorate pottery using stencils. Registration info is at alpineartcenter.org. A New Moon Healer's Circle will take place Saturday evening at the Energy Center in Avon with healer Dana Teresa. Check out danateresa.com for more info. And Vail Valley Wellness will be having a donation-based yoga retreat all weekend called An Undefended Heart. You can get more info at yogavail.com. Sunday, there will be a town hall meeting with Eagle County's legislators, Senator Dylan Roberts and Representative Megan Lukens at the Avon Library at 3:30. That's it for this weekend's Vibe Report, friends. Be sure to follow the Vail Vibes TV8 Instagram for more info, and as always, spread the good vibes.
Good morning, Vail.
Well, it's National Pork Day, and our very own Tracy does amazing recipes. She cooks up a storm. Tracy's going to share one of her favorite pork recipes with us. Let's take a look.
So what we're going to do is we're going to start off with the peach sauce. And when we do this, we need to get a pan. And I have a nonstick pan here, and we're going to talk about nonstick pans in a moment. But I have my nonstick pan, and I'm going to put just a little bit of oil in the bottom. And I have about a half a cup of onions that I've already diced up. So I'm going to let my pan warm up just a little bit. And I've got it kind of cranked too at a medium heat. So as you can see, the oil is just starting to get a little glossy and maybe a little bubbly. And typically that's when your oil is going to start to be warm enough to put your veggies in there or whatever you're starting to cook. My nonstick pan is going to, of course, spread the oil around because you hardly need any. See that? See that nice little wreath, that summertime wreath? You hardly need any oil when you're using a nonstick pan. So here we go. We're going to put our onions that are diced up, which means they're chopped up really small, about a half a cup in here as the base of our peach sauce. So this is going to be a savory peach sauce that's going to go on pork. Now, I am going to stir it up with a spatula because when you're using a nonstick pan, you really want to be careful and use a rubber ladle or a wooden ladle or something that's going to not scratch it up. Using something like this that has metal on it or even tongs like this, going to scratch it up a little bit. So you can, of course, use them, but you just kind of have to be a little more careful. Here we go. My onions are all in the pan, and what I've done now is I've spread them out. So as you can see, they are all spread out in a single layer. When you're cooking something on a pan, you want your veggies to be spread out. Actually, when you're cooking something, when you're baking it, whatever you're doing, you want everything to be spread out because then the heat can go all around every piece of veggie or meat or whatever you're cooking. So then it's a little more even. Of course, you're going to get a few chunks, but it'll be a little bit more even. Whenever I'm cooking anything, I salt and pepper as I go. So what I do is I have 2 little cups, a little bit of pepper right here. You don't want to use too much pepper early on because that can make your food kind of bitter, but you do want to use a little bit. So I'm just going to sprinkle just a tiny bit, maybe not even a quarter of a teaspoon of salt, and even less of pepper, just a little bit to kind of get the juices flowing, to get the flavors going. When you add salt to something, it brings out the natural liquid in the ingredient, so it makes it a little more juicy in the pan. So we've got that going right now. I'm going to let that simmer for just a little bit, probably like 7 or 8 minutes. So I'm going to turn it down a little because I had it on medium. I'm going to turn it down to a medium low. So the fresh peaches that I have are a little bit hard today, which is okay. It's actually nice when you're cooking with hard peaches because they don't get as mushy. So you're going to either get some fresh peaches today or you're going to get some canned peaches. We will kind of talk about the canned peaches at the end of cooking this sauce if that's what you have. But if you have fresh peaches, then look for ones that are a little bit harder if you're going to cook them. If you want to peel them, and I highly suggest that you peel these because what happens is when you cook them, the skins kind of fall off and they get a little chewy anyways. So when you're about to peel a ripe peach, and really folks, I'm throwing the dice today on this one because this peach is not very ripe at all. So what I'm doing is I'm going to score it. So you're going to score it in like 4 different areas. See, and I can already tell it's like, that skin's pretty stuck on there because this is not that ripe. But you're just going to kind of cut it all the way through. And then you're going to pop it into boiling water. Now this is something you also do when you want to take the skin off of a tomato. So again, we pop it in boiling water. We're going to start seeing those edges kind of fall apart from the skin in the boiling water. So we're going to let that boil for just a couple of minutes while we go back to our sauce. And here we go. We've got the onions are starting to like caramelize up just a little bit. When things caramelize, that means they get brown spots on them. Don't be too scared of those brown spots because those have a lot of flavor if you catch them at the right time. So if I let this kind of sit there, you know, I'm borderline right now. I could burn my onions pretty quickly. or I could start adding some more ingredients to this. And what we're gonna do is we're gonna use cornstarch in our sauce today. And cornstarch is going to give it be a thickening agent. Now, cornstarch is one of the easiest thickening agents, in my opinion, that we can use. Used in a lot of like Thai food and Chinese food to make the sauces thicker. A lot of times when you wanna thicken your sauce, you make a roux, and that's typically with butter and flour, and you stir it around really nicely, and then you add some juice. Cornstarch, it makes it just a little bit easier to work with it. But the only thing, when you are putting some kind of flour, and I'm going to turn this down a little because I'm at the risk right now, is if you can see that, of burning my onions, and I'm taking too long for the next step. So I'm going to turn it down just a little, and I'm going to use just about a tablespoon of cornstarch. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to lightly sprinkle it all over my onions, okay? So we're going to just like give it a little bit of a coating there. And then we're going to stir it around very gently. And see, I should not be using the spoon, right, folks? Because that's metal and I'm on a nonstick pan. So we're going to stir this around. And this is the really important step when you're working with any kind of flour or cornstarch or anything like that. You need that flour and that cornstarch. You need that dry ingredient to melt into the onions. Now, if you can see, our onions kind of have a creamy effect right now. I have some brown sugar that I'm going to be adding to this. And it's kind of old, so it's a little hard, but it'll be perfect in the sauce. So I'm going to add about a tablespoon of brown sugar. I'm going to add a little ginger, and I'm going to add a little bit of water. And then we're going to crank this up, okay? So we're going to kind of boil this sauce a little bit right now and let that all dissolve together and thicken up with the cornstarch. If you wanted to use a chicken broth or a veggie broth, that would give it a little bit more flavor, but this has a lot of nice flavors in it right now because it has the ginger and the brown sugar. And then we're going to be putting peaches in it. So as you can see, the sauce is kind of starting to thicken up a little bit. Looks really good, actually. We're going to season it with salt and pepper, and then I'm actually just going to turn it off for right now. So let's put a little more salt and pepper on this. See, ooh, see it getting all bubbly like that? That's some good brown sugar stuff right there. Sugar can burn, so you have to be careful. The smell is really good. Turn it off, remove it from the heat if you're not ready to put your peaches in right now, turn it off and remove it from the heat. Now let's take a look at what's going on with this peach now that we have been boiling it in the water, because it does look like it's starting to be removed. So as we take a look at this, you can see where I scored it, and then the skin is starting to come off a little bit. Not enough, because it's not a very ripe peach. When you have a really ripe one, you're gonna have that skin is just gonna start to fall off. But what we're gonna do now is put this back in the water because I'm having a hard time, and I might have a hard time the whole time, but I'm having a hard time pulling that away. Really, it should come away really easily. So pop that right back in there. And then what we're going to do is get a bowl of cold ice water to put that in when we think it's ready. So you put your fruit or your tomato into this boiling water. You boil it until the skin starts to kind of shed from the fruit, and then you pop it into some cold water. That is called blanching. So that's the method we're going to use for this right now. But whenever you're working with fresh fruits and veggies, you kind of have to be flexible. So if this doesn't work, I still need some peaches. So all I'm going to do now is either peel the peaches, or I'm just going to kind of take the skin off. I'm going to cut it off because we are going to put just the peach flesh into the sauce.
Good morning, Vail.
Did you know that all Eagle County residents and visitors can get a free Eagle Valley Library District card? All you need is a photo ID. You get our online databases and resources, free music, free streaming, all from wherever you have internet access. Free audiobooks and e-audiobooks straight to your phone. Go into your Eagle Valley Library District branch today and get your library card.
TV8 te brinda la mejor programación en español todos los días. Sintoniza Conexión Latina los lunes, miércoles y viernes a las 7 de la tarde con repeticiones los fines de semana. Además, te presentamos nuestro nuevo programa Sabores y Creaciones, donde hemos juntado tus recetas y manualidades favoritas en un solo lugar los martes y jueves a las 7 de la tarde. Y por último, disfruta de Daily Flash Latino, con noticias y entretenimiento en tendencia los sábados a las 7 de la tarde. Te esperamos por el canal 92 de Comcast, nuestra página de Facebook TV8 Conexión Latina, nuestro canal de YouTube TV8 Vail Good Morning Vail o nuestra página web tv8vail.com.
Well, Archer and I are going to get headed on further down the trail, but I hope you'll catch up with us a little bit later. Hi, I'm Ben Roof and I'm one of the new hosts here at TV8. I'm so excited to share all of my explorations throughout the Vail Valley with my dog Archer, where we'll be taking you to hiking trails, biking trails, maybe we'll go rafting, fishing, or whatever else we can come up with. I'm so excited to share all of that with you in my new segment, Outdoor Adventures. Don't forget to catch up with us every day right here at TV8 Vail or at tv8vail.com because there's always more for you on 92.
Do you have an interesting hobby or skill you'd like to share for Vail Valley? We want to hear from you. We're looking for people to share their musical, artistic, culinary, woodworking, athletic, or technical talents on Good Morning Vail. If you'd like to share your talents with the community, email Danielle at tv8vail.com. Join the community conversation. There's more for you on 92.
Join us on board the Leadville Railroad Winter Express. Stay cozy in our heated lounge cars. Marvel at the stunning winter landscape. Sip delicious hot chocolate. Don't forget to check out our new specials. Book today at leadvillerailroad.com.
Good morning, Vail.
Welcome back to Good Morning Vail. Let's take a look outside and see what's happening in your local weather. Getting up today, 28 degrees, a high today of 41 degrees, a nice spring-like day out there on the mountain, 50% chance of some precipitation coming on in the form of some snow showers. So just be mindful of that when you're headed out there. Light winds west-southwest, 5 to 10 miles an hour, so it should be a beautiful day out there on the slopes. Looking at Vail by the hour, those warmer temperatures are coming around noon and then around 4 p.m. So start to see things taper off fairly quickly today. Looking at the I-70 corridor, very consistent across the corridor, 44 in Denver, 41 in Vail, 42 in Avon, and 44 degrees in Eagle. So sporting the 40 degrees all across the I-70 corridor. This evening, those temperatures dip down to 18 degrees. So be careful with those warmer temperatures. Has a chance to kind of melt off, thaw some of that snow and get those roadways a little wet, and then it can freeze up. So just be cautious tonight when you're out there on the roadways. 40% chance of snowfall tonight. A few flurries are going to be around, and again, those winds very soft, 5 to 10 miles an hour. This looks great. Friday, 50% chance of snowfall coming out, 38 degrees, and again, those warm spring-like temperatures continuing throughout the weekend. Saturday and Sunday looks like some great sunshine out there, 42 and 46 degrees respectively. But look at those lows, a lot of variation there between the highs and the lows. So again, be careful of that thaw, freeze kind of out there on those roadways. Then moving into Monday, temperatures move up to 48 degrees and 46 degrees on Tuesday, partly cloudy with the chance of some snowfall. So we'll see what happens at the beginning of next week, but we're queuing up to have another beautiful weekend here in the Vail Valley. Now, Tracy was busy on that pork dish. Let's take a look back and see where she's at.
So then just cut your peaches in little julienne slices, and a julienne slice would be something like this, where you take your piece of whatever you're cutting and you just cut it into thin strips. So we're going to cut that right there. And also sometimes when you're working with fresh fruits and vegetables, these could be a little more sour than they normally are when they're at their peak. So you might have to add a little more sugar. You'll always have to adjust. I'm just going to pop these right into the sauce for now that is turned off. I'm going to stir it around a little. There we go. That's kind of a nice gooey sauce right there. So those peaches are going to start to warm up a little bit. We'll turn that back on once we get really close to getting our pork all together. But right now, let's move on over to the pork tenderloin. Oh yes, this is one of my favorite cuts because it is pretty much as lean as can be. So if you're looking for something really healthy, then a pork tenderloin. Always remember when it was called, I mean, you probably don't remember because it was like my mom's time when they started calling it the other white meat, but that's really what it is. It's very low fat, it's very high protein, it's really, really good for you, and it's super quick to cook. A lot of people get scared cooking their pork. They're afraid they're going to overcook it, or they're afraid they're going to undercook it and you're going to get salmonella. But really, it's easy to cook it to a nice temperature, and 145 is that temperature. Okay, so here we have the pork. These are pork tenderloins. This piece right here is called the silver skin, and that is a piece of fat that typically I just like to cut right off. A lot of people don't, especially if you are grilling it. You might not want to cut it off, but me, I'm kind of like picky about all the fat on my meat, so I cut most of it off. So let's just trim this up a little bit. You can kind of get like under a piece of the fat and then just pull it off. Hold it up like that, see that? Cut underneath. And then we'll get this big piece off right here. And get that all cleaned up. Okay, so now I have another frying pan, which I have on a, I'm gonna crank this one up a little bit because we are gonna add a cold, I've had this pork sitting out at room temperature for probably about 15-20 minutes now, which is typically what you wanna do whenever you're cooking some meat like this. So you have your meat out at room temperature, because what happens is if you pull it right from the refrigerator, it's cold, and then you want to put it in a hot pan. It's like, ah! So you want to kind of warm the meat up a little bit. Same with steak, same with chicken breast, same with pork, same with pretty much everything. Fish, let's not say the same with fish. Let's just say the same with these meats. Okay, so I'm going to medallion this right now, and what that means is I'm just cutting it into small, round pieces, so it's going to be really easy to cut. I mean, really easy to cook. We're going to do about a 1/2 inch. Okay, so make sure you have a really sharp knife. Hold your knife like you really got it, and then just cut these pieces. All righty. And what we're going to do is we're just going to season this with salt and pepper. Really, really simple. Get all of these pieces cut. You know, at the bottom you're going to get like some weird pieces, so you just figure that out. Cut them however you think they're going to cook the best. Usually they have a little more fat right there. All right, now we have all of our pork medallions. So this is basically a medallion right there. That's what a medallion is. So if you ever go out to eat or somebody's like, oh, I'm going to medallion that today, this is what it means. It's just like a nice piece that's even and kind of small. All righty. Now we have to season our meat, and you always want to season every single side of your meat. When I'm cooking big like filet mignons or something like that, I make sure I get every side, like all the sides and all 4 sides. These are a little smaller, so they might be easier. So I'm going to flip them over and just season every piece. When you're flipping them over, like sometimes I just like to, rub those sides so that they get a little seasoning on them as well. You'll definitely notice a better flavor if you properly season everything that you're cooking. Salt and pepper is really my favorite spice. Okay, so we've got the pepper on there. Now let's get the salt on. And depending on your dietary restrictions, you might not want to add that much salt. I'm going to put some oil in the bottom of this pan. Feels like it's warming up already. I can just feel it with my hands. But I am going to crank it up because my meat is somewhat cold, and my pan, I want everything to sizzle when I put it in the pan. So right when I put this pork in, I want it to sizzle. So let's see, I don't know, maybe, ready? Oh yeah, see, we got a little sizzle. So now I'm just going to put all of these medallions in here at a medium-high heat because we are putting a lot of pork in here. And that's going to bring the temperature of the pan down a little bit. And we want to get a sear on one side so that it's absolutely delicious. This is not going to take very long at all to cook. After you work with raw meat, you really need to wash up your hands and your cutting board. So let's take a quick break. Keep an eye on this. If your break goes more than 4 minutes, flip over your pork. But if not, we'll be right back to flip that pork over.
Good morning, Vail.
It's the fastest half hour in television. Toyota's Race Week takes you inside the high-speed world of NASCAR. Go behind the scenes for a look into the high adrenaline world of motorsports and hear from your favorite drivers as they discuss the drive to a championship. If you love NASCAR, you won't want to miss Toyota's Race Week.
America was built on a love for the outdoors. We are a nation of sportsmen, blessed with magnificent natural resources. With broad interest across water and field, we are united in our devotion to nature and conservation. Join us every week for the best shows celebrating the outdoor lifestyle. Outdoor America. Live free.
Join us on board the Leadville Railroad Winter Express. Stay cozy in our heated lounge cars. Marvel at the stunning winter landscape. Sip delicious hot chocolate. Don't forget to check out our new specials. Book today at leadvillerailroad.com.
When you're in Vail, you're in vacation mode, and you need a flexible home tour experience that fits into your schedule. We've transformed how you view and buy homes in the Vail Valley. With immersive, cutting-edge technology, you can explore properties 10 times faster. In our lounge, we guide you through this digital world on a 16-foot screen where you can imagine your next home in comparison to your favorite recreational spots. Say goodbye to multi-day home tours and hello to a quick stop between your other plans. That's the power of the immersion theater.
I'm Amy Goodman, host of Democracy Now! Our independent news hour offers diverse perspectives and unique opinions, often unheard in the mainstream media, live as the news unfolds. Tune in for Democracy Now!, the War and Peace Report, weekday mornings at 9 and evenings at 6 on TV8 Vail, Comcast Xfinity Channel 92. There's more for you on Channel 92.
Good morning, Vail.
Welcome back to Good Morning Vail. I don't feel like this woman needs even an introduction. We have Diane Boyer, SKEA. How are you doing, Diane, this morning?
I'm wonderful. It's light out. What could be better?
Did you love that driving in and you can see things? It's not super dark. So now SKEA has been around for a minute. It's been around for a minute, and it's a luxury mountain lifestyle brand. And I have to say this before you get into telling us all things SKEA. It is fun. That's what I think of SKEA. It's fun, it's functional, and it's fashionable. All the F's.
Oh, thanks. It's true. We love the fact that we want to put a smile on your face when you're skiing. Of course, SKEA makes things you can wear other than skiing, but we really make clothes for women to feel good while they're enjoying the outdoors. I mean, look how lucky we are. Look where we live.
I've been trying to take that every day and just look around and be like, I live here. This is brilliant. Because it's easy to forget, you know?
I know. We have our day-to-day routines. We go to the office. You come to the studio. I'm on the phone. And I look out and I see the mountains and I could just take a deep breath and sigh.
Well, and I love that Skea is a family-owned business. I mean, I have to bring this up because that's so beautiful, and you have such soul about you as a human being, and you really bring your heart. And to think your mom, your dad were part of they're the reason.
Right.
That's beautiful. Can you tell us a little bit about the background, the story?
Oh, well, we started in 1972, so we've just celebrated our 50th anniversary.
Wow, congratulations.
Which is pretty scary. I mean,
know,
it's
that's
great.
exciting.
It's when you say, I've been with the company since its inception. Oh, wow.
I love that you said it's scary. I'm like, it's brilliant. You're like, it's scary.
Anyway, and the very, very beginning, Dad brought a ski outfit from France, a one-piece suit, back for my mom, and she wore it at Stratton Mountain, Vermont, and that was when everybody was wearing Jerry down slope coats, for those in the know. If you know, you know, big old-fashioned down coats with plastic clip closures. And there's Mom in a beautiful,
love it,
chocolate brown one piece or onesie, as we call them today, with a hot pink scarf and so on.
So
in Vermont,
on brand.
where everybody else is sort of not exactly dressed. Now, Stratton has changed very much over the years.
And I heard your mother was the first woman to rock the onesie there in Vermont.
Right.
That
she
is
really
so cool.
was. Everybody, even Bogner, they were making more separates at the time. And when Mom wore that, her friends were like, what?
That's
what
so
are you
cool.
wearing?
And I don't know if you know this, Diane, I actually got to meet your mother a couple of years back.
Oh, wow.
Yes,
I didn't
and
know that.
she is such, she has now.
She passed
and I'm so
5
sorry.
years ago.
Yes.
That's okay.
She is, I say is because I still feel like she's in the vibe in this Skea. Such a cool woman, and like I feel very connected, like spirit animal style.
Right.
Because she definitely just owned herself. She wore what she wanted, and you can see that in Skea.
My mom, Jocelyn Boyer, was probably the most gracious woman I've ever met in my life. And if I could be half as gracious as she was, I would be thrilled with myself.
I think you're doing a great job. I'm just adding
But
that
I mean,
in.
it's true. She was known from the guys at the grocery store who stocked anything from flowers to eggs.
I love that.
To the guy at the gas station who would run out and help her whether she needed it or not. And she's pretty
just a
special.
lovely human being.
Yeah.
Well, that's so neat. And I love that you can feel that energy, that vibe, that passion in your clothing.
Thanks.
Truly.
And we do say that one of the Skea taglines is follow your passion. And we also say that if you have health, you have wealth.
I love
so that we who live here in the mountains live the healthiest lifestyle. So we must be really wealthy in our own way.
I love that. And I think as we get older too, and as women especially, we do feel that moment where it's like, I'm still able to go out in my 40s and hit the park. We were just talking about this off the couch. And you know, you are in prime shape. You look amazing. But it feels good to be able to get on out there and do that and have that.
I mean, I snuck out yesterday for a few laps in the afternoon. And you can sort of wipe the slate clean mentally and just look around. I mean, we looked out over the Gore Range yesterday. We were actually at the top of the slot, very top. And you can really see a lot of the Gore Range from there, and it was all packed in with snow, and it's so beautiful.
I love that.
Just so beautiful. So we're thrilled that we can actually experience that all the time, and that's where, you know, the Skea outfits do their best, is packed with the snow mountains behind them and beautiful colors.
And that's something I wanted to touch base on with Skea. Today I'm wearing my black Mama, the hot pink lipstick. I love that Skea does. You can, here we go. The black, just beautiful, like classy. You could wear that in London. You can wear it in Vail. You could wear it for cocktails, coffee, whatever. I love that. But also you do the crazy colors too, which is like really fun. You can.
Well, they look good outside.
They do amongst the snow.
And people look good and happy in them, whether it's a bright red or a strong white or a fuchsia. Skea is known as the pink company, right?
There we go. Yes.
And we love bright pink and orange. And Meg and Natalie have worked with me for years, and they just love wearing the fun colors. And
I love that.
And when we do a photo shoot, we have fun. It's not just, it can't all be about work. It has to be about life and fun and the gang all having a good
Yes.
time together.
Well, and I love that you said that because it's fashion, it's fun. Sometimes people take skiing so seriously, and I love that picture. And I'm like, it's meant to be enjoyed. Life is meant to be enjoyed. And these hard things hit us, they come, we all know that. But skiing isn't supposed to be one of them. We're supposed to have fun with it. You know?
Exactly.
Skiing is fun.
You
I
know,
love
you'll
that.
be out on the hill, and I'm sure beginners will be struggling. Sometimes I'm struggling.
100%, me too.
This Sunday I was struggling. It was chunky monkey and it was flat light, and I was like, oh my God.
Right.
But I was bright and colorful and cheerful.
And it helps, right?
Yeah,
Like,
it really
your mood.
helps.
Well, and I want to say, Diane, too, because skiing for women, you know, our bodies are all so different.
Right.
And I'm 6 foot tall, and some of my girlfriends are 6 foot, and then some of my best friends, too, are 5 foot nothing. Your clothing, and I really want people to hear this, fits everyone. I remember
you.
truly early days of us meeting. I want to say it was a ski magazine photo shoot, something. Yes. And I was shocked. I'm like, I kept on saying to you, I'm so tall. You're like, girl, I got you. And it fits beautifully. And I want women to know that.
Well, it's important to know skiing runs from a size 2, itty bitty, to a size 20.
Oh, I
so
didn't even realize
we are
that.
very
Wow.
inclusive in that
Wow.
way. And I mean, if the clothes are proportioned properly,
Yes.
they work, you
Yes.
know, and okay, a size 2, very, very tiny short person might have to hem their pants a little bit.
A problem I've never had.
But it's nice to be able to accommodate all the different women's
Shapes
shapes.
and yes.
And we like to say our clothes dress women. They don't dress hangers. They don't look very good on a hanger. They just sort of hang. But when you put a body in them, they take the form of the lady. And we like to say they take the feel and what the woman is feeling and the happiness that she projects.
Ugh, I love that. Ugh, do you just love what you get to do? I
do.
You can feel it. It's a vibe. That's a new one. Skiing is a vibe. It's a moment. Because you can tell that you're so passionate about it. And that's really special.
I call skiing my third child. And I have 2 beautiful daughters, so.
And I've heard about these daughters. They sound pretty dang cool. I'm like, I want to meet them at one point. I'm very excited about that.
And then I have one little granddaughter who's skiing, of course, at age 3, and then another one any day. So.
Oh, wow. You're a grandma.
I'm
That's
grandma.
Are they going to be? That's a good question to ask. Is skiing do little people?
We used to when my girls were little, so look out. They
Maybe
could
it's
be
coming
coming
back full circle. I like this. And how many years again, Diane?
50.
50. No, I love that's something that you should feel proud
I
of.
am proud of that.
That is
Very
brilliant.
proud.
So Skiing, I know you're on social media, website, etc. Where is the best place to see all things Skiing?
Well, here in Vail, the best place is Peppy Sports,
yes.
and in Beaver Creek, Base Mountain Sports.
Okay.
Both do a great job showing Skiing collection. And of course, anyone can go online to skialimited.com, which is all spelled out. And
there we go.
We will have a trunk show actually on Saturday afternoon at the Sebastian at 3:30.
This Saturday.
This Saturday.
Oh, great. 3:30.
They're going to
Sebastian.
be making Stroop waffles, and we'll be showing the Skiing collection. And then we have a warehouse sale, end of season sale, next week on the 14th in Golden. So
I love this.
all different ways.
All things Skiing. Well,
all things Skiing.
Diane, thank you for everything you do for our community. And
thank you.
I love talking to you. It's so fun.
It's really fun.
It is fun. And I can't wait to wear my Skiing very soon. Maybe tomorrow I'll be seeing you.
All righty.
We'll keep it right here. Definitely check out Skiing. They have such fun clothing. Keep it right here. We have more Good Morning Vail to come.
Good morning, Vail.
Eyepieces of Vail has been a fixture in the Vail community for over 30 years. From designer frames and sunglasses to high-performance sports frames, prescription goggles and in-demand accessories like helmets, goggle lenses, and foldable reading glasses, our inventory raises the optical bar. Visit one of our 7 locations today and see why generations of loyal customers return time after time for our unmatched service and inventory. Eyepieces, the art of vision.
Did you know that all Eagle County residents and visitors can get a free Eagle Valley Library District card? All you need is a photo ID. You get our online databases and resources, free music, free streaming, all from wherever you have internet access. Free audiobooks and e-audiobooks straight to your phone. Go into your Eagle Valley Library District branch today and get your library card.
Hello, I'm Shervin Rezai here with Chenna Garden in Avon, Colorado. My hobbies are obviously skiing. I've been skiing since I was 3 years old. In addition to that, music's always been my first passion, and you can see that alive and well at Chenna Garden with our little record nook, where we have over 300 records, and we'll continue to grow that collection and play vinyl records for you while you enjoy your cuisine. Chenna Garden is Avon's oldest running restaurant. We've been open since 1988 when my mother set up shop and wanted to begin offering Avon, Colorado the best quality Chinese food that we could get. And I started working in the restaurant when I was 8 years old as a dishwasher making $1 a day. And then one of the servers, pushed by my dad, told me I should ask for a raise, and then I got $5 a day, but then I had to put all $25 at the end of the week into a savings account, which actually helped me out in college. So after college, I went out to New York for law school, and I spent 15 years out in New York City practicing law and working in-house, which exposed me to a lot of restaurants all over the world, all over the country. And after getting exposure like that, I realized that we have this beautiful restaurant here that has so much potential. So in the fall of 2023, we came back, remodeled, and tried to get this back to give that special feel that I've known all my life here. We've been offering a lot of new cuisines, including German cuisine with our good family friend Gunther Schmidt, who's been serving up authentic German cuisine in the Valley for many, many decades. Why not? This is America. We can serve German food in a Chinese restaurant, and we just let it try. And after a year of it, it's been building up some success, and we're just having a lot of fun just seeing the look of bewilderment on every customer when they're like, how am I getting German food in a Chinese restaurant that's this good at this quality? Chenna Garden is really all about that community, and that first starts with the local community. We always try to take care of all of us who are working hard, grinding it, so that we can also enjoy what this valley has to offer. And through that, we get a nice mix of word of mouth, tourists who come in. We're looking for something a little more authentic and that has a history with the valley. I'm a proud member of the Avon Vail Valley community, lifelong member as I was born here, and I hope you come out and see us here at Chenna Garden. We're open every day, 4 to 9, any day the mountain's open. Cheers.
For fun and adventure, join me on Elizabeth Stanton's Great Big World. Find out where I'll be going next and which celebrities I'll be bringing along with me. I'll show you amazing destinations with lots to explore, and you'll get to know my celebrity guests the way they really are, up close and personal. We'll travel the world, experience new cultures, and together, try to make a difference. I'm Elizabeth Stanton, saying the world's a big place, and I'm going to show it to you. I'm Raisa Pascal.
And I'm Andrea Jackson. Welcome to Life, Love, Shopping. Have any personal stories you can share?
Do I? Yes, I do.
So even though you work for...
Some good deals, too good to miss on Flash Deals now. Check this out.
Studies show spending time outdoors can help with depression, lowering blood pressure, and overall health and happiness.
When people think of world-class destinations, they're drawn to a place that provides opportunities for fine dining, shopping, superior lodging, exciting events, and unparalleled outdoor activities. Park City, Utah and Vail, Colorado are renowned destinations for travelers and extraordinary homes for residents. Feature your exceptional products and services in these two luxury communities. Advertise with Park City Television and TV8 Vail. Contact us today.
Do you love the outdoor lifestyle? Make sure you tune in every day at 8 p.m. to catch Scoreboard Nation. It's an outdoor lifestyle show dedicated to your 3 favorite mountain towns, Vail, Beaver Creek, Park City, and Reno, Tahoe. Join us for an incredible venture. Find us on TV8 Vail, Park City Television, or at thescoreboardnation.com. We can't wait to see you there.
You're watching K34QB, Vail, Colorado.
Happy Thursday. We're having a blast here in Good Morning Vail. I'm your in-studio host, Gretchen Pleshaw, and we have Kevin Shields, the amazing Kevin Shields, here as well. We have Kaylee Rush, a brilliant photographer that I'll be chatting with, as well as we have the Outdoor Adventures Traveler, the man that runs that and owns that. So it's going to be a great day. Sit back, have that cup of coffee, because Good Morning Vail starts right now.
Things to see and do. Summer, winter, spring, or fall. Your home in the Rockies has it all. So get up, get ready to start your day. The coffee's brewing, you're on your way. The fun is waiting outside your door. Good morning, Vail.
Well, thank you, Gretchen, and good morning. There's a live shot of I-70. You can see the traffic moving good. The roads look nice and clear. A little warmer temperatures this morning than we had yesterday. So some of those ice patches that were out there, especially that Dow Junction and some of those secondary streets, we don't really have to worry about that much today because we're quite a bit warmer. 28 degrees warming up today. 41 is going to be the high today. 50% chance of some snowfall coming down. A little flurries early in the morning, kind of tapered off, and hopefully we'll see some later on this afternoon. Light winds out of the west-southwest, 5 to 10 miles an hour. So going to be a beautiful day out there on those slopes. Vail by the hour shows that temperature starting to warm up around that noon hour. 4 p.m. try to get up there, but fairly consistent before it starts to drop down in the evening, and hopefully some more snow showers will come our way. I-70 corridor very consistent with the 40-degree temperatures. 44 in Denver, 41 in Vail, 42 in Avon, and 44 in Eagle. So very consistent across the board there. Denver just a slight touch cooler than it has been in the past. Tonight, those temperatures are going to dip down 18 degrees, 40% chance of some snowfall tonight. So we welcome that as we move into the weekend. And again, those winds light out of the east, 5 to 10 miles an hour. So not a lot going on there, but this is very exciting. We see Friday, some snowfall coming in, 50% chance of snowfall, 38 degrees. And then what a beautiful weekend we've got coming our way with Saturday and Sunday, sunshines popping out, 42 and 46 degrees respectively. So some very nice temperatures as we move into the weekend and cue it up because that's what we like. A little snowfall during the week and a little sunshine during the weekend. Those temperatures are going to pop up to 48 degrees on Monday, and then Tuesday 46 degrees. Partly cloudy, maybe a chance of some snowfall moving in early next week. So excited about that. Snowfall, not a lot reported over in Beaver Creek. 233 inches are the season total, 72-inch base depth there in Beaver Creek. 100% of the terrain is open, 25 lift spinning, 166 trails open over there in Beaver Creek. Over in Vail, they're reporting an inch over last night, 238 inches for the season, 74-inch base depth. And again, 100% of the terrain open there in Vail, 278 trails, 32 lifts are open, so very exciting to see both mountains at 100% capacity right now.
I love it.
Yeah.
Sunshine, snow, you never know in these mountain towns. It's a true story.
Yeah.
I like it.
Yeah.
So I'm very excited about these Smith goggles that we have going on.
I love Smith. I mean, Smith is born and raised here in Colorado. So
I love that you know,
Yeah.
I call you the goggle man because you know, tell us a little bit about that. No, I'm really
No,
interested.
Dr. Smith actually started out of his garage, and he was an avid outdoorsman. And so he decided to come up with some eyewear so he could get out and not have to worry about some things. And that's how the first goggles were really made, with that, especially with the foam lining, so they're nice and comfortable.
Interesting.
And the evolution of what's been going on with Smith goggles. I mean, now we've got the lens that can be changed
Oh, I
out,
love
the
the
Chroma Pop
poppable.
that adds so much more depth and to what you're looking at. And that's how easy it is to pop those out.
Which I do have to say, people sometimes think it's hard. It's not hard.
It's not hard
at all.
There's a
It's
couple
so
tabs on these. You pop it out. There's some magnets that keep it back in. So again, you know, and if you look at the lens on the bottom, it's curved down. So your peripheral vision, both side to side, up and down, you're not having to turn your head to see what's going on. You can keep your line in the snow and see any perfections that are coming up.
I love that you said that because I'll be honest, I'm going to date myself right now. But truthfully, when I started skiing a little bit here and there in college, the goggles were not what they are now. I mean, truly, just looking straight in your peripheral
Right.
vision is insane.
Well, and then
So
what
cool.
comes with the goggles too? So you've got this other lens, so you've
Right.
got your low light, your sunshine lens in there, and then the case itself. I remember back in the day, you'd stuff your
Yes.
goggles in a sweat sock or a boot,
100% a boot. That's what I did.
and then they were all mangled up, and so you didn't have that. But this is so nice. And again, so the ventilation at the top here is really nice to keep it from fogging up.
Yes.
But again, you just pop this part in over there, and the magnetic kind of takes the way and gets it right back in there. So
And I love the colors too. I mean, you know, steez and style as well as functionality,
Yep.
both really cool. But I love the pop of the blue color is really cool.
yeah, really nice, great strap, keeps it on the helmet. So overall, what a great thing. And over our friends Eyepieces of Vail, you've got to get over there. They've got the experts in there.
They have everything.
Yeah, we always say vision is precision, but their tagline is the art of vision. And these are a piece of art that fit
They
on
are.
your helmet, protect you, so dual purpose. You look good, and you ski good.
I love that. Dual purpose. There you go. That can be their new tagline.
Absolutely.
Well, keep it right here. We have more Good Morning Vail to come.
Good morning, Vail.
Hi, it's Max from TVA Vail. We want to invite you all to the Wacky Winter Reading Program. It's open to all ages. All you have to do is read 10 books or 1,000 pages. For more information, go on our website, tva8vail.com. And thank you to our sponsor, the Eagle Valley Library District.
Think Big features top kid inventors who face off against each other to see who can come up with the most innovative and creative invention. In Think Big, kids acquire and showcase their skills in creativity, science, marketing, design, and don't forget, teamwork. Check your local listings and watch the world's most innovative kids. They create and invent new toys, games, websites, and new modes of transportation. Tune in to Think Big.
America was built on a love for the outdoors. We are a nation of sportsmen, blessed with magnificent natural resources. With broad interests across water and field, we are united in our devotion to nature and conservation. Join us every week for the best shows celebrating the outdoor lifestyle. Outdoor America. Live free.
Did you know that all Eagle County residents and visitors can get a free Eagle Valley Library District card? All you need is a photo ID. You get our online databases and resources, free music, free streaming, all from wherever you have internet access. Free audiobooks and e-audiobooks straight to your phone. Go into your Eagle Valley Library District branch today and get your library card.
Hi, I'm Gretchen Pleshaw, host of TVA Vail. From fashion to food, from film to festivals, experience a unique look at the boutiques, spas, restaurants, and venues that make the Valley so special. Join me for Glitz and Glam. Find it in Good Morning Vail or at our website at tva8vail.com. I can't wait for our next adventure.
Dog Tales is America's premier dog lovers magazine show. This series is all about dogs and the people who love them. Featuring dogs of all sizes, shapes, and breeds, keeping you up to date with all the latest news from the dog world. Sit back and enjoy a fun program for the whole family. Check your local listings and tune in to Dog Tales. TV8, there's more for you on 92. Serving the local community 24 hours a day, 7 days a week.
Good morning, Vail.
Welcome back to Good Morning Vail. Now, it's always a great day to have all these powerful, inspiring women on the couch with me. Kaylee Rush is a photographer. I should say extraordinary. You're brilliant. How are you doing, Kaylee?
Good.
Good,
How are
good,
you?
good. I am so good. So, Kaylee, you and I met because so many people in this valley have used you for photography. I went on your Instagram site, fell in love, and then I hit up Kaylee, which is, usually I don't call the photographer, and we had an amazing, I do have to say, photo shoot together. I was sick. You remember, and it was the only time we could do it. She made me look good. So that's a lot to be, to say, but you really have your own unique style, your own vibe. Can you kind of walk us through, because one thing I was not used to, Kaylee, is you have a whole closet full of items for people to wear to choose from during the photo shoot. Can you kind of tell us a little bit about that?
Yeah, so I have a lot of handmade gowns, a lot of textures. They're flowy, they have movement, very neutral tones, so they look good on many different skin tones.
Totally.
And, I would find that people always struggled with what to wear for their photo shoot.
Yeah.
And I just started researching what they should wear.
Okay.
So I work with a few gown designers, and I have about 80 pieces in my client closet.
80? Oh, that's a lot.
So
Dang.
yeah, it's awesome. And a lot of them are variable sizing, so they fit on anyone pretty much.
That's one thing I really loved too, not to interrupt you, was I love that you have a lot of kind of boho chic pieces. You have every style, but it's really neat because I saw some maternity gowns that women that were not pregnant were rocking. And I think actually one that I wore might have been, or maybe it was
used
just
for both. Yeah.
And
So they're nice because they wrap and they open, so you can kind of pop a belly out and have this, or you can keep it covered.
And do
And
whatever.
they also work for just moms with their children.
Yes,
so,
I love it. Well, and that takes out the middleman, because I know, I used to I'm 6 foot tall, and I used to model a lot when I was younger. And when people would come in and say, even for a test shoot, before they would pick me or to see if I could get hired, I would always struggle with what to wear for the basic clothing. So that says a lot, because I remember when we got together, and I was the first couple times around texting with you and being like, what should I wear? And you're like, girl, I got you.
Yeah.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
That really,
It
there's
really-
one. I love it.
Yes.
That's one of the pictures I love. And so what is your kind of style of picture? Can you kind of
It definitely is a boho chic
boho
style.
chic?
Yes.
Everyone
I
loves
think
this
it's-
one, by the way,
Yes.
Kaylee. That's so cool.
Such a pretty spot.
And how do you pick the spots? Oh, and this is kind of we didn't even know I was going to get engaged. That's pretty amazing.
Yeah.
That was not in the works yet.
Yes.
No, how do you pick the spots, Kaylee? Because I know that we went around Vail, you kind of knew, you kind of felt my vibe, I felt. How do you do that?
So I spent a lot of time researching locations that are, first of all, easy to park.
Yes.
Just close walking distance, because a lot of people are bringing their young kids, or they have their
love that.
grandfather with them, and
Yes.
it needs to be easy access.
Right.
So you don't want to hike for an hour to get to the spot, so you're sweaty and don't feel the camera ready. So it's just, I have a lot of texture with the trees and the mountains, and if I can find water. So I have a big base of locations that I use.
And I love that, because it gives this beautiful, I feel the pieces that you choose, and I know that you allow people to bring their own clothing too, but you're really good at putting the piece, I'm trying to put the words to it, because it's art in motion, poetry in motion. So the pieces flow with the landscape is what I'm trying to say.
Exactly.
The picture in the water, I remember we were laughing so hard because I was like, oh my gosh, does this look weird? And you're like, no, it's brilliant. The dress actually started flowing with the water.
Yes.
How did you, is that something that's just innately in you? How did you learn that?
if you can kind of like take all of the compositional pieces to
Yeah.
the photo, you have the landscape and the wardrobe and
Yeah.
the emotion and the movement. So if you can just put these all together, it just
Magic.
comes, it's more of like an art photography rather than like a portrait. So we're trying to like break the mold of like the standard family portraits where everybody smiles and looks at the camera, and now you become compositionally a piece of art in your photograph.
That's what I wanted to say is so cool about you, because like obviously the photo shoot that we did was kind of like modelly fun, but then you've done tons of families, you've done birth announcements, and I don't really know the pregnancy photo shoot, but like also with children, and then you do the couples. I mean, tell us what you do, because you have it all.
And I try to not be so like posed, and because people, if you're posing them, you feel really stiff, and you're like, oh, do I look good?
And
so
I can say by experience, I really came in and I was like hitting the angles, and you're like, girl, no, like, and you know what looks good, because I think what I was thinking, like, oh, do your body contouring like this, and you showed me a different kind of flow and vibe, and the more natural, the better.
Yep. And so when I do like a family picture, I'm like, don't yell at your kids.
Yes.
Just let them play, and you just watch them. Don't look at my camera.
Yes.
And I will just document your session.
Experience,
It's like you're hanging out in the nature, and you get to,
Well, and you have a little one too that
do.
you've taken some pictures of.
Yes.
And we have to give him a shout out. He's darling.
Little
and
Kai.
oh my gosh, Kai is so cute. But you can really feel the energy of each person that you shoot. It never feels forced. There aren't any glam shots. It's a very ethereal, like very just flows, and it's beautiful. So give us a little bit of rundown. I know you kind of just told, but so you do family portraits. Can you tell us exactly what you offer?
I do kind of everything, but smaller weddings, elopements, and then I do like maternity. Maternity is nice because I have the client closet to
because it's like boho maternity.
Exactly.
Cute.
And then a lot of like family portraits where I style the family for the whole session, and then newborn, like in-home newborn.
Oh, you do?
Also,
oh, that's brilliant.
I do.
Okay, cool. So if
and
a
that's
family,
like lifestyle, like not posed. I don't wrap them up. I just let the family hold the baby, and then I just document them.
I love
hanging
that.
out with
It's
their...
just so real. It's natural. And you capture, I said this already, but it's truth. You capture the energy of your subjects so well. That's what really, there's so many great photographers, as you know, especially in this town. But you really capture the energy, the vibe. It's really cool.
Thank you.
Of course. So Kaylee, when people want to reach out to you, what is the easiest, best way and to look at your work and kind of get a vibe?
They can go to my Instagram, which is just my name, Kaylee Rush Photo.
Okay.
So it's Caylee.
Okay.
Weird spelling. Rush Photo, and then or my website, which is the same.
Okay, cool. And you can text you, email.
Text and email,
Okay.
I have all,
And I do want to say, so you shoot pretty much all year round, is that correct?
I do.
Okay.
Yeah. A lot less in the winter.
Okay.
A lot of times it's cold, obviously. So to have children out in the cold, they last for like 10 minutes and they're crying. But I did get a lot of really cute snowsuits, neutral tones, and so they're not having to take their like colorful ski gear out.
How cool.
They can stay warm and
so this is something that kind of sets you amongst all the things that make you amazing. You, aside from the rest, is you take out everything. So someone can call you and be like, hey, family of 4, you can style all of them. You will pick, I mean, it's really a non-thought process. I mean,
exactly. And if they want to style themselves, I have a styling service that they can kind of like pick outfits. It sends the like link to purchase the outfit.
Neat.
So it's
dang, I thought I knew you so well, and I'm learning so much. That's brilliant. And then, so is there anything that you want to, do you do any kind of like, because I know it's pricey, it's fun, and your product shows. Do you ever do kind of discounts or anything like during the summer, springtime, anything like that?
For like a repeat
customer.
client.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. No, that's so good to know. Oh my gosh. Well, I can speak from experience. I was sick again, and you killed it. It was so
you
good.
look beautiful.
Oh, you're so
It was such
sweet.
a fun.
And we had such a good time. I mean, instant. I will say, we were in the trails, and there was a loose dog that scared the bejesus out of us.
I forgot about that. Ran down the trail.
It's fun because you make it, I do have to say, you make it really fun. And I think a lot of people get very nervous for photo shoots because they want to have this product, whatever. Relax, just let Kaylee do her thing because it's so much fun.
Yeah.
Thank you so much, Kaylee.
Thank you.
You're awesome. We can't wait to, we'll have you back. We'll have to get some more pictures. Keep it right here. We have more Good Morning Vail to come.
Good morning, Vail.
Welcome aboard. Bobby Laurie and Nikki Noya have your ticket to everything you need for an on-the-go lifestyle. Grab your boarding pass. It's time to jet set.
My name is Tyler Alvarez. I work here at Sweet Basil in Vail. I'm a bartender here. I originally came to Vail to snowboard. I slept on my sister and my cousin's couch for what was supposed to be a week, turned into 2 months. And then I found my own spot and then kind of made friends and worked different places in the valley and kind of just fell in love with it more and more every single day and ended up finding my way to Sweet Basil through some friends who worked here and all the great things that I heard about it. And yeah, I've been here for 4 years now. It's hard to wake up in Vail and be upset when you look outside. It's just beautiful. My favorite part about working at Sweet Basil is definitely that I could be proud about everything that we're putting out, whether it's food, drinks. We also get to be really creative here. The bartenders, the whole team here, we workshop our menus every season. So we'll start with a spirit or an ingredient, and then we get to be really creative and make a whole project of it. And then when we get the final product, it's a drink that we're all really proud of for the whole menu. And that's super fun, just being able to be creative and work with new things. The most fun cocktails to make, though, are definitely the ones that we get to create from scratch. When people take a sip and say, oh my God, this is delicious, or they just love it. And that's probably the most fun for me, the creativity behind it and making unique cocktails. That, for me, that would be the most fun drink to make, just the one that you start from scratch and then people are excited about. I'm Tyler, I live and work in Vail. Come see me at Sweet Basil.
For fun and adventure, join me on Elizabeth Stanton's Great Big World. Find out where I'll be going next and which celebrities I'll be bringing along with me. I'll show you amazing destinations with lots to explore, and you'll get to know my celebrity guests the way they really are, up close and personal. We'll travel the world, experience new cultures, and together, try to make a difference. I'm Elizabeth Stanton, saying the world's a big place, and I'm going to show it to you.
When people think of world-class destinations, they're drawn to a place that provides opportunities for fine dining, shopping, superior lodging, exciting events, and unparalleled outdoor activities. Park City, Utah and Vail, Colorado are renowned destinations for travelers and extraordinary homes for residents. Feature your exceptional products and services in these 2 luxury communities. Advertise with Park City Television and TV8 Vail. Contact us today.
Good morning, Vail.
Welcome back to Good Morning Vail. Let's take a look outside and see what's happening in your local weather. 28 degrees as you get up today, a high today of 41 degrees. Spring is definitely moving our way with these beautiful temperatures throughout the valley. 50% chance of some snowfall on and off this afternoon. So we'll kind of see what happens. A few flurries this morning and we'll see what kind of moves into the valley. Light winds are 5 to 10 miles an hour out of the west southwest. Looking at Vail by the hour, 38 degrees at noon is going to be the high point, and then things are going to begin to cool down just a little bit. That I-70 corridor, very consistent across the corridor from Denver to Eagle, 40 degrees, 44 in Denver, 41 in Vail, 42 in Avon, and 44 in Eagle, with a slight chance of precipitation coming our way. So we'll see kind of what those snow flurries come in and do for us. This evening, lows are going to be the 18 degrees, so going all the way down to 18 degrees, 40% chance of some snowfall coming in. Really no winds this become some light out of the east, 5 to 10 miles an hour. So should be a beautiful evening out there. Tomorrow, looking at some snowfall coming in, 50% chance of seeing some snowfall roll in, 38 degrees tomorrow, and then the weekend. There we go, full sunshine. Saturday, Sunday, 42 degrees on Saturday, 46 on Sunday. Then things heat up to 48 degrees on Monday, and Tuesday is 46. Hopefully we'll see some snowfall there. It's a little bit left to be determined, but we'll keep an eye on it for you. Definitely a beautiful weekend coming our way. Now in hour one, Tracy was working hard on a pork loin recipe because it is National Pork Day. Let's take a look and see where she's at in the kitchen.
So now it's time to flip the pork over. I'm gonna hope to have a nice little sear on my pork. Oh yeah, that's what we call caramelized. So if you can see those brown bits on the pork, then we are talking nice job, because that is caramelization. So now we have, our pan is still on a medium high, but we got that caramelization on one side that we want. So we're gonna turn it down. I say let's turn it all the way down to low. We're gonna let that cook a little bit. I am going to show you, let's see, what do you think? Is this underripe peach going to peel off like it should, or is it going to be difficult? This is the question right now. Our peach is boiling in the water. It has been scored into an X all the way around, and now I have some ice cold water that I am going to put the peach in. This technique is called blanching. And you do it with tomatoes if you want to peel them. You do it with peaches if you want to peel them. I don't know what else you're going to peel. But you also do it with like broccoli if you're going to put some broccoli on like a veggie platter and you want it to keep that really green color. Then you blanch the broccoli so it stays nice and green. Otherwise it kind of turns brown. All right, let's see. Let's see what's going on with this thing. So you take it from the hot boiling water to ice water, and then it kind of wants to peel. Like you can see that it kind of wants to. It's definitely going to be easier to cut off than it was the first time. But typically, if you're working with a fresher piece of fruit, this will just peel right off. But it's not going to happen right now. I was kind of afraid of that, but just thought I'd show you the technique. So maybe if you feel like trying it at some point in time, then you can. And this actually makes it a lot easier to peel the peach, but really, really hot. Smells like peaches, summertime. All right, so we're gonna get that into the sauce. We've got the pork cooking on low. I always do the finger touch. And do you see the juices that are coming out from the pork? That's gonna be a lot of really good flavor. So what we're gonna do now is turn our peach sauce back on, because we turned it off because we cooked it a little bit too soon. No big deal, no big deal at all. You can cook it as fast as you want or as slow as you want. We're gonna add a few more peaches to it, because about 2 peaches will be good for the whole family. If you're cooking for a family of 4, and that's typically what these classes are doing, then you should use about 2 peaches. That's about a half a peach per person. And of course your peaches are going to be all different sizes. And if your family loves peaches, then you just use the big ones. If you're experimenting with them, trying to get the kids to eat some fruit or something, use the smaller ones, but I bet you $1,000,000 they will like them. And if you're working with canned peaches, what you do is just put those peaches right in the sauce right now. So you would cook all of that sauce on its own and then put the peaches in here. This is a little thick for me, so I'm going to add a little more water. And once again, remember I said you could add broth if you wanted to. We're going to mix it actually with the peaches once it gets warmed up, and then we're going to have our dinner. So here we go. So see the consistency there? If something is too thick, just add a little bit of water to it. It really will give it a nice consistency, and it will everything kind of thickens up as you cook it without a cover on it. So if you put a cover on this, it wouldn't thicken up quite as much, but it still would a little bit. So there we go. We've got that kind of cooking away. We've got our pork, which feels like it's pretty much done. And what I'm going to do is get this pan out of the way. Our unsuccessful peach peeling. But I hope you understand that when you're going to, if you do want to have that peach without the skin on it, that method is super easy when they're more ripe. It's just a little early season. We're just kind of filming things at a different time. And it's when they're ripe, you put them into that hot boiling water, and then you put them into an ice cold bath, and that skin will peel off really nicely. Okay, let's bring everything together. Here we go. We're gonna put the peach sauce right over the pork. And then the pork juices are gonna mix with the sauce. So that's gonna make it really, really delicious. Make sure you turn everything off. Here we go. So I'm gonna let this kind of cook together for about another minute or two. And then we're gonna have our dinner. I like putting this over a little bit of quinoa that I've already cooked. So I'm gonna start kind of getting that plate together as this starts to boil a little. Clean off your workspace. One of the most important things about cooking is having a clean workspace. And a sushi chef I used to know actually taught me this trick, and he said just have a wet cloth by your workstation, and whenever your knife gets dirty, you just kind of wipe your knife off. And that's a really nice trick because your knife is going to be one of your most important tools in the kitchen. You want it sharp all the time. The more dull your knife is, the more error could happen. And if you've got stuff all stuck to the bottom of your knife, when you go to cut something, it could jerk it in a certain direction. So this has been one of my favorite tips. Just a wet rag right next to the knife so you can clean it off nicely. Okay. I think our pork is pretty much done. I'm going to turn it off and let it rest for about a minute or two. Whenever you're cooking meat, you want to let things rest for a little bit because that is going to let the meat's juices just kind of stick right in the middle there. So we want that to rest a little bit. I've got some cooked quinoa, which is so healthy for you and so full of protein. So we're going to put that quinoa right here on the bottom. I am going to get a couple nice medallions now that we know what medallions are. Look how pretty you can make this look. We'll get some medallions right there. One more really pretty one. And then we'll get some of that peach sauce, which has definitely thinned out now that we added that extra water broth and put it in the pan with our pork and our pork juices. So here we go. This is a very, very healthy dinner. It's a pork tenderloin. We've got a little quinoa on there as well and some fresh peaches. So for a summertime meal that's quick and easy, there you go, a little pork with peaches.
Good morning, Vail.
Learn the latest in science each week and how it relates to everyday life. From space exploration to plant biology to the latest in high-tech advances. Every new scientific development is explored and explained in an understandable way. Amazing stories each week. Watch Science Now.
TV8 te brinda la mejor programación en español todos los días. Sintoniza Conexión Latina los lunes, miércoles y viernes a las 7 de la tarde con repeticiones los fines de semana. Además, te presentamos nuestro nuevo programa Sabores y Creaciones, donde hemos juntado tus recetas y manualidades favoritas en un solo lugar los martes y jueves a las 7 de la tarde. Y por último, disfruta de Daily Flash Latino, con noticias y entretenimiento en tendencia los sábados a las 7 de la tarde. Te esperamos por el canal 92 de Comcast, nuestra página de Facebook TV8 Conexión Latina, nuestro canal de YouTube TV8 Vail Good Morning Vail o nuestra página web tv8vail.com.
Hello, everyone. I'm Raisa Pascal. And I'm Andrea Jackson. Welcome to Life, Love, Shopping. Have any personal stories you can share?
Do I? Yes, I do.
So even though you work for some good deals, too good to miss on flash deals. Now check this out.
Studies show spending time outdoors can help with depression, lowering blood pressure, and overall health and happiness.
Show. We are feeling good today. Great show on the way.
Absolutely. Welcome to our show. I'm Suki.
I'm Scott.
And we are feeling good today. You know why? Because we had a great show.
When you're in Vail, you're in vacation mode, and you need a flexible home tour experience that fits into your schedule. We've transformed how you view and buy homes in the Vail Valley. With immersive, cutting-edge technology, you can explore properties 10 times faster. In our lounge, we guide you through this digital world on a 16-foot screen where you can imagine your next home in comparison to your favorite recreational spots. Say goodbye to multi-day home tours and hello to a quick stop between your other plans. That's the power of the Immersion Theater.
Good morning, Vail.
Welcome back to Good Morning Vail. It's always great to sit and talk to someone who's a local here in the Vail Valley about all the outdoor adventures. I'm with Mike Closer, and you know, Mike, people have called you a legend, an inspiration, and you've got a couple different companies that you do. You do the travel with your wife, and then you do out there backpacks.
Yes.
Which, you know, you design these backpacks for outdoor adventurists and outdoor enthusiasts, but you're much more than that. You've got a lot more going on.
Life has led me down many different paths, it seems, in 40 years or 40 plus years in the Valley. You know, it just kind of evolves one to the next.
Yeah, mountain bike racing, and then you and your wife go outside of the U.S. to do bike tours.
Yes.
And you've got another project, though, coming up that's in conjunction with the Eagle County Animal Shelter down at the Riverwalk.
Yes, super excited. We've got Arthur the King, the movie coming out, starring Mark Wahlberg. He portrays an old racing friend, rival of mine, Michael Lindnord, who's actually from Sweden, and Mark portrays as an American in this. But regardless of that, it's a totally cool story. It's an actual true story, at least for Hollywood.
Right.
It involves Michael, or Mark in this case, befriending a stray dog during the middle of the race, and this dog ends up following them through the race. I don't want to give it all away because it's a really cool movie. But
spoiler alert.
Amazing story, true, and the fact that I became a part of it through my backpacks, which we supplied for Michael and his team over the years of his racing, was a big honor for me. And Mark Wahlberg, what a star. He is he's such a figure in Hollywood these days, and he loves these kind of personal interest, family type movies, stories.
Yeah, I mean, this must be really something special for an actor of his magnitude to come in and be part of. So it sounds like it's going to be an amazing production.
Yeah, honestly, I got a call from Michael about a little over 2.5, 3 years ago regarding the possibility of this happening, and he was telling me about it. I was in Belize with my wife. We were on a little early winter excursion down there. Anyway, Michael was telling me the story and said, "You want to be a part of it, et cetera, et cetera." I said, "Absolutely." But they never knew for sure if this was going to come to fruition, and Michael had written a book about it. Michael and the dog basically were national icons in Sweden because this story went global. ESPN did a special on it, like a 15-minute special talking about the whole story of rescuing the dog, et cetera. It was huge there, and Mark picked up on it with Michael and said, "Michael, I want you to come down and help me co-direct this."
So this is a 2-day event. Arthur the King movie premiere in the Eagle County and the Eagle County Animal Shelter on March 15th and 16th. How did you partner then? Obviously, there's a dog in the story, but the Eagle County Animal Shelter, what part are they going to play in this?
Well, they're going to play a part with hopefully having puppies on hand that they're hoping to bring in the next day or two, new puppies that need a home.
Yep.
And so when we were told about this coming to Vail, I reached out to Grant and his team, Frank, down there at Riverwalk, and said, "Hey, can we do something to help the community here as well as represent our products at the movie?" And he said, "Well, absolutely. What do you have in mind?" So we reached out to Rhiannon at the Eagle County Animal Shelter, and she said she'd love to be a part of it. We chose the first 2 nights to be present during their happy hour prior to the 7 o'clock showing of the movie. So there'll be 4 o'clock, a 4 o'clock movie as well, which will hopefully capture some of that audience as they're leaving. And we're going to be there with the Eagle County Animal Shelter between 5 and 7 p.m. on both Friday and Saturday evenings, the 15th and 16th of March.
Yeah, and Rhiannon, she's on the show a lot, bringing in a puppy, and they never last through the show. Someone adopts that puppy, and that's why they have a tough time keeping some puppies in, because it's such a dog-friendly valley that they don't last long. And so Rhiannon says she works with other animal shelters outside of Colorado to get animals in because we do such a great job.
Well, it's pretty amazing. I mean, it is a hugely animal-friendly community. I mean, every time I'm out on the trails, whether it's biking, running, skiing, it doesn't matter. They're there with the pets, and I become a big animal aficionado, fan, because my kids both have pets now.
Yep. Okay, let's transition over to the backpacks, because you've designed a lot of these out there backpacks. Let's look at one and see kind of what you've built into these.
Okay, so honestly, these packs were designed with adventure racing in mind initially, because I was an adventure racer for a dozen or more years, raced in the Eco Challenge, the World Championships events, like the race that Mark is portraying in the movie.
Right.
Anyway, so these packs this is a 30-liter pack, one that they actually used, Michael did in his career of racing, and they used in the movie.
Okay.
And then I have the smaller 15-liter pack, which was designed for smaller, shorter legs and different disciplines or activities. So these aren't adventure racing specific packs. I tried to design them with a lot of features for a lot of different sports and activities. So anyway, that's the deal with these packs, and they're not the same color that they raced with in the movie, but essentially the same packs with just a few upgrades with materials, buckles, zippers, and so forth.
Gotcha. Now, where in the valley can someone pick one of these up?
Best place is to go online to outthereusa.com.
Okay.
Find the packs there, and so we have these are called the WC 15 and 30.
All right.
And that it means it's relating to the World Championships in which this movie is revolves around.
Yeah, you can tell looking at that pack, there was a lot of thought in the design of that with the straps, the placements, the pockets, the zippers, and everything else. So great job.
Well, thank you. And I want to say, the idea with this whole event is we want to generate some revenue that we can donate a percentage of the proceeds to the Eagle County Animal Shelter and help them succeed in what their efforts are in the community.
Oh, that's wonderful. Well, we appreciate that. And that's what this valley is built on. People like you giving back to the community, doing things in conjunction, the Eagle County Animal Shelter. I mean, what a great organization as well. And those partnerships that really make the whole valley a success.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Very excited for this.
So what's your next quest? Do you have a race coming up? Do you have anything happening?
Well, I'm actually going to go do the Hot Route ski trip in Switzerland in early April. My wife and I are going to go over in March and later this month.
Yeah.
And we're going to check out some of the hotels that we're going to be taking some of our trips to this summer. We got a couple new hotels and we want to make sure they're up to the standards that our guests would expect.
Right.
So a little bit of a you want to say recon trip, and then some skiing on the Hot Route, which I've never done. It's been on my bucket list.
So the Out There Travel, is that a separate website that people can go for more information?
Yes, actually they'll link together between our Out There USA backpack site, but it's Out There Adventure Travel. And we've been doing this now for, I think this will be our 8th year. We go to Mallorca, the Pyrenees, the Dolomites. We're going with this first trip to Austria, Slovenia, the Alps there, where we've been before with a couple of trips. Just, Europe is nothing, one of a kind, nothing like it.
Yeah, great. Well, we look forward to this film premiere, Arthur the King. That is going to be March 15th and 16th, Riverwalk Theater in Edwards, conjunction with Eagle County Animal Shelter. If you need a puppy, looking for a puppy, a furry friend, that is going to be the place to go anytime, but they're going to be able to showcase it in conjunction with you. The movie, Out There, backpacks, Out There Travel, everything in conjunction. Sounds like a great time, Mike.
Thank you so much for having me here.
Well, thanks for coming on. We'll be back soon with more Good Morning Vail.
Good morning, Vail.
For fun and adventure, join me on Elizabeth Stanton's Great Big World. Find out where I'll be going next and which celebrities I'll be bringing along with me. I'll show you amazing destinations with lots to explore, and you'll get to know my celebrity guests the way they really are, up close and personal. We'll travel the world, experience new cultures, and together, try to make a difference. I'm Elizabeth Stanton, saying the world's a big place, and I'm going to show it to you.
Eyepieces of Vail has been a fixture in the Vail community for over 30 years. From designer frames and sunglasses to high-performance sports frames, prescription goggles, and in-demand accessories like helmets, goggle lenses, and foldable reading glasses, our inventory raises the optical bar. Visit one of our 7 locations today and see why generations of loyal customers return time after time for our unmatched service and inventory. Eyepieces, the art of vision.
Tune into Coffee with America and start your day in the right direction, where we go over the latest and greatest in health, lifestyle, entertainment, and more. Start your day off on Coffee with America.
Good morning, Vail.
Welcome back to Good Morning Vail. Now, we love Root and Flower. If you've been around town, you know what I'm talking about. Avisha with Vail Vibes is going to check it out. Let's take a look.
Hi friends, welcome to Vail Vibes. Avisha Scarborough here. Today we are coming to you from Root and Flower, one of Vail's most beloved craft bars. We're going to be talking to one of the co-owners who's not only going to show us his favorite drinks, but he's also going to show us how we can make them ourselves at home.
With a single flower painted on its door, Root and Flower in Vail Village is unassuming and slightly hidden from the outside. But once you're inside, the art of cocktail mixology is next level. Their craft cocktails are elevated versions of the classics, with extra care and creativity put into the ingredients and garnishes. This is Jeremy Campbell.
I'm an equal opportunity drinker, and what I mean by that is I like cocktails, I like wine, I like beer.
He and his partners Sam Bizant and Matt Limbaugh created Root and Flower to fill a need in Vail after spending years working in the restaurant business.
So the three of us all kind of worked together for a really long time, and it was actually Samantha and I were talking one day about what Vail was missing. And one of the things we thought Vail was missing was a higher end bar. Well, you can go to, ski bars and take a shot and, kind of get drunk, but there's nothing else with that kind of elevated experience. So that was kind of the genesis. And so we wanted to say, if you come here, we would have top tier cocktails, we'd have top tier wine, and in this case, also top tier bites to eat. But we still wanted to retain that soul of being a bar.
With the soul of a bar and the heart of a gourmet restaurant, the owners encourage their team to get creative with drink recipes. This drink is called American as Apple Pie, and it was created by one of their bartenders. If you like your drinks hot, boozy, and delicious,
this is the drink for you. Here, Jeremy shows us how it's made. First, a little bit of apple cordial.
What apple cordial is literally a bunch of apples that we've cooked down with brown sugar.
Next, some raisin rum.
These are 151 that we've soaked in raisins.
An ounce and a half of apple brandy, a 1/4 ounce Amaro, and a 1/4 ounce ginger liqueur. Add 2 ounces of hot water and then steam it all together. Finally, he tops it off with some cognac-infused whipped cream and an apple. Voila!
Cheers.
Next up, Jeremy shows us how to make a gin and tonic like no other. He uses local floral tonic by Lost Identity and a local Colorado gin called Caprock. He adds soda, ice, and rosemary, and we've got a botanical gin and tonic.
It's very chuggable. Cheers.
And lastly, we're in ski season, so we had to include a wintertime favorite, the Yuletide Root and Flower's take on a mulled wine. He adds 4 ounces of red wine with some handcrafted citrus tonic and 2 spicy Caribbean liqueurs. He adds some hot water, then heats it up and adds a garnish that doubles as a lid.
Holds the heat in.
So we've got our drinks and we've got a beautiful charcuterie board to go with them. Jeremy leaves us with this little bit of advice to get the most enjoyment out of your refreshments.
I always say I like to earn my drinks. You know, if I'm just sitting around, drinking, then it just doesn't taste the same. But if I'm up there skiing all day and putting in a lot of work, then my drink's gonna taste a lot better.
Cheers to that.
That's it for today, friends. Thank you so much for watching Vail Vibes. I'm Avisha Scarborough, and I'll see you next time.
Good morning, Vail.
Suki and Scott show. We are feeling good today. Great show on the way.
Absolutely. Welcome to our show. I'm Suki.
I'm Scott.
And we are feeling good today. You know why? Because we had a great show.
I'm Amy Goodman, host of Democracy Now! Our independent news hour offers diverse perspectives and unique opinions, often unheard in the mainstream media, live as the news unfolds. Tune in for Democracy Now!, the War and Peace Report, weekday mornings at 9 and evenings at 6 on TV8 Vail, Comcast Xfinity Channel 92. There's more for you on Channel 92.
More than ever, kids need information to help them better understand their surroundings and to better protect themselves. Each week, this program works with the various law enforcement agencies across the country and the National Center for Missing and Exploited Children, spotlighting several missing cases, hoping someone, like you, might have information that will lead to finding these individuals.
Join us in exploring the everyday lives of community members here in the Vail Valley. Hear their inspiring stories of how they came here, their contributions to our community, and why they chose to call this place home. We want you to be one of our neighbors. If you would like to be featured or nominate someone to be featured, please send an email to danielle@tv8vail.com. We look forward to featuring your story right here on TV8.
Do you love the outdoor lifestyle? Make sure you tune in every day at 8 p.m. to catch Scoreboard Nation. It's an outdoor lifestyle show dedicated to your 3 favorite mountain towns, Vail Beaver Creek, Park City, and Reno Tahoe. Join us for an incredible venture. Find us on TV8 Vail, Park City Television, or at thescoreboardnation.com. We can't wait to see you there.
Welcome back to the TV Weather Center. Now looking at Lions Head, sunny. I am digging this, feeling a little bit more like spring. It looks like people are getting out and about to hit the mountain. That's what I like. Lions Head is so beautiful. I don't know about you. I want more snow, but I'm also excited about this springtime. 8 a.m. Let's take a look at the weather outside today on this Thursday. 8 a.m. 28 degrees, a high of 41, 50% chance of snow, variable clouds with snow showers, winds west to southwest, 5 to 10 miles per hour. So we get a little bit of everything we love out there today. 8 a.m. 28 degrees and cloudy, noon 38. Then we see a little bit of that cloud coverage. 4 p.m. 37 precipitation with snow showers. 8 p.m. 29 and more snow showers. Let's take a look at that I-70 corridor. 44 degrees in Eagle, 41 degrees in Vail, Denver 44 and 42 degrees in Avon. So it's going to be a beautiful day out there, just how we like it. Tonight a low of 18, snow 40% chance, cloudy with a few flurries. I love saying that word. My grandpa would always say it, with a few flurries out there. Winds east at 5 to 10 miles per hour. Let's take a look at that 5-day forecast. Friday, snow showers 38, Saturday and Sunday, well, Saturday really sunny and no cloud coverage, which I really like, 42. And then Sunday, a little bit of coverage, 46 degrees. Monday, 48, and Tuesday, 46 degrees and partly cloudy. Beaver Creek snow report, 1 inch in the last 48, 233 inches for the season total, and 72 inches for the base depth. Let's take a look at the, oh yeah, Beaver Creek, 25 lifts open, 166 trails, and that is 100% of the terrain. Vail Mountain, 1 inch in the last 48, 238 inches for the season total, 74 for the base depth, 32 lifts open in Vail, 278 trails open, and 100% of the terrain is open in Vail as well. Lift hours 8:30 to 3:30 p.m. What a show, Kevin.
Yeah, what a show. National Pork Day.
National Pork Day.
Our great friend Tracy Miller was on there with that pork loin recipe. Unbelievable.
She is brilliant. I can barely cook, and she inspires me to want to go and learn.
Well, she always makes it look so simple.
She does.
And great ingredients, healthy products there. And health is kind of the name of the game, too. We had the discussion with the doctor on make sure you see your doctor, colonoscopy, because rectal colon cancer is on the rise, especially for young people, and a lot of it is contributed to the foods that we're putting in our bodies.
And more as I get older, it's such a simple fact, but it's so true. You are what you eat. It's truth. So you really have to think about it.
When you hear the people born after 1990 are quadruple the risk now of those born in 1950, it says a lot with the food and the things that we're eating.
I know. We need to get that Europe mentality over here in the States.
And then we had Mike on with out there, backpacks out there travel. What a guy.
Oh, my goodness.
A serious mountain bike racer, outdoor enthusiast. And
spirit animal. He's my new spirit animal. And he just has the biggest smile and loves his life, like Diane Boyer-Skaya and Kaylee Rush Photography, all about doing what you love.
That's right.
I loved it. I loved it
so
very
a lot
much.
of great guests on. It's always nice to showcase businesses and locals here in the Valley because, you know, a lot of the people that come here to visit don't know all of those hidden gems here in the Valley. And I do like to call them hidden gems because they're wonderful people.
It's so true, and we're so lucky to live here. Every day I feel this, it sounds cheesy, but I do feel so stoked and just very lucky. We get to live here.
We've had a great show today. Thank you for joining us today. We'll be back tomorrow for more Good Morning Vail.
Have a great Thursday.
Good morning, Vail. See what lies in store for you. There's so many things to see and do. Summer, winter, spring, or fall. Your home in the Rockies has it all. So get up, get ready to start your day. The coffee's brewing, you're on your way. The fun is waiting outside your door. Good morning, Vail.
Are you looking for exciting and nutritious recipes to cook at home?